Hey YouTube! How you guys doing? Jared Fuller here. Today is Sunday, March 11th, 2018. Thank you so much for joining me for another week of the Sunday video update. You can hear Amy talking in the background because she's on the phone. I don't know who she's on the phone with so early in the morning. But it is 6:45. I hope all of you remembered to set your clocks ahead 1 hour. Yes, ahead, not back. Remember, we fall back, spring ahead, 1 hour. So I'm here to talk about the week in review, and to be honest with you, the only major thing that I could talk about is something I've already talked about in last week's video, which was Deanie's birthday party. I don't know if the Band of Vanis family watches my videos or knows that my YouTube channel even exists, but if they're watching, I just wanted to take this time to say thank you for inviting me to Deanie's party. I had a great time. I had just a lot of fun meeting new people and getting to meet you. You're a very nice family. I hope that we keep in touch. And just thank you. Thank you so much. I would like to write Deanie a letter sometime soon, which was something that I was going to start yesterday and kind of got sidetracked doing other things, but I bought some ink for my printer, so now I can print off letters. So yeah, I just wanted to say thanks again to the Band of Vanis family, and Deanie, you better give me a call when you get a chance, buddy. It was so nice to meet you too. So there's really not much to talk about. I mean, it's been kind of a quiet week. I mean, we have people coming over. I mean, my Uncle Mark comes over once in a blue moon. My brother, he's been here a couple times. It's just really nothing to talk about. It's been kind of a dismal week, which is not always a bad thing. I don't mind that. I don't mind just enjoying peace and quiet, the comfort of my own home. It just means that I'm not getting in trouble. And I'm going to say good morning, Amy.
Good morning, Jared.
Which I'll be getting ready for bed as soon as I'm done with this video because I haven't been to sleep yet.
I kind of figured so.
I don't know. I'm back on my crappy sleep schedules again.
Well, I've been up and down all night myself, so.
Yeah, I don't like this back and forth sleeping pattern. It sucks.
Yeah, I hear ya.
I just want to sleep through the night, but I just got so much on my mind.
Right.
And
well, I'm on with Josh, and you have a.
Oh, that's your boy. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Well, enjoy your phone call.
Okay, thank you. You enjoy your session with your friends.
Oh, well, this is just the Sunday video update that I've
okay.
I've made like 5 or 6 attempts at trying to come up with a viable video to post to the channel. So now I'm finally doing it.
Oh, okay, Jared.
So, yeah, getting back to the nothingness of the week. It's just been pretty boring. I haven't written any, I haven't written in my journal since, I'm in book 127, by the way. For those of you who don't know, I've been writing journals now for the past 18 years. I started when I was 13, and I'm going to be 32 in July. So the last time I'd written in my journal was on March 5th, and today's already the 11th. So almost a week. Well, tomorrow, Monday, will be a week. I used to write in that thing every day. When I was a teenager, because I started when I was 13, like I said. And when I was 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, I would write in my journal every day. It was, that was my day right there. That was my life. That was my whole, it was my everything. I miss being wrapped up in my journal. I haven't written any new poetry. That's why you haven't been seeing any poem videos on my channel. I kind of, I get an idea and not write it down quick enough, and then I'd lose it, which is typical for writers. When they get ideas, you better jot it down quick, because if not, it's going to go bye-bye. It's going to vanish off into obscurity, and then you're going to be left with writer's block, which is never a good thing either. I've experienced that, and it sucks. But yeah, I've been writing journals for, like I said, 18 years, and I started writing journals before social media even became a popularity. I don't even think MySpace was available to the public yet when I started writing journals. So I'm way ahead of the game on that, because I think MySpace come out in like 2001 or something like that. It was the early 2000s. Because I know it was before Facebook. Facebook come out in 2004, and I think Twitter come out in 2006. I'd have to check my Google sources, because, everything is right at your fingertips. The fast-paced day and age of information right at your fingertips, or your thumbs now, because now people like to use their thumbs. I don't text with my thumbs. I think I'm the only person in the free world who doesn't text with his thumbs. I don't know if I should ever try it, but I don't know if it would be quicker, but I just don't text with my thumbs. Oh, but it is quicker to text with thumbs. Okay. I just typed in the name of a county on my phone. Gratiot. Gratiot. It was actually quick. Using my thumbs. Yeah, that might be a new way of texting, because I'm usually doing this number. I do the finger, the index finger. Like, I'll just tap it, and then I'll just I'll just kind of hop around like that. But anyway, I'm done playing with this thing. It's part of our everyday life. And, writing journals for me was a part of my everyday life, and then Facebook happened, because I joined up with Facebook in 2010, and I was there for about 7 years. Called it quits in 2017. Now I don't know if I should just go back to the journal writing. I mean, I'm still going to raise awareness to childhood cancer. I'm still going to reach out to as many families as I can, just to show that I care and I love and support them. So it seems there's really nothing else to talk about. I guess I can talk about childhood cancer. So one of the points I wanted to make, and I don't know if this ever gets talked about enough or at all, really, but I was kind of letting this idea kind of shuffle around in my head for the past week. And as soon as I get comfortable in my chair here, one of the things that most people from outside of the childhood cancer community may not understand is emotions are running high with families. The parents, they may seem like they're, they may seem like they're mean or just nasty people, to you anyway. But there's something that I want to point out, and like I said, I don't know if this gets talked about at all or enough, but there's a difference between the everyday person who just has an extremely high level of impertinence compared to parents in the childhood cancer community who just may have a grudge against reality. They are sad, they are angry, they are frustrated, They are all the synonyms that you can pile into one sentence to describe how negative they feel about their children being sick with terminal illnesses. I honestly and personally don't think that parents in this community are as mean as they want to portray themselves to be. Maybe they are. I don't know. I like to think that it's not really them, that it's the events of what's going on in their lives, and it's all unfolding, and it's not for the good, and they're scared for their children. I've considered that. That's why I let a lot of it roll off my back. As one who has gone through that, I'm not a parent, but my parents were the same way when I was sick. They come off as being mean-spirited people. And to debunk that idea, my parents are not mean-spirited people at all. My parents are not high-class snobs. They are down to earth. They both came from nothing, pretty much. They worked most all their lives for everything they've ever owned. So my parents understand the value of $1, and they have also instilled that into their children, the value of $1. We never lived high class or on high end anything. So everything I have now, everything I possess, even if it's not top notch or name brand or trendy, whatever, it's mine. I mean, this computer that I'm using to do these video updates, I paid for all this. I bought the webcam, I bought the computer. I mean, the desk where I'm sitting at right now was actually found in the garbage. I mean, one man's trash is another man's treasure, right? So, and the printer that I use to copy and scan and print things, like I print the letters for the Cancer Warriors. All of these things were purchased by me. The cell phone that I was just playing with, I bought that. There's people in this world who, I'm getting off track here, but there's people in the world who, they are snotty by nature, and then there are those in this specific community who may not truly be that way. They are just under so much stress and anxiety, and they are afraid of what tomorrow is going to bring, if tomorrow comes. And there are a lot of major ifs in the childhood cancer community, and this is not an insult to any of the parents, and I'm not singling anybody out. This is not about any one particular individual. But it does happen from time to time, and it can be hard to distinguish between a person who is just angry at the world with what's going on with their children versus someone who really is just snooty and they have snarky attitudes because, I don't know, maybe they didn't get enough fiber in their breakfast cereal. I don't know. There's always going to be someone who's going to have some kind of a superiority complex over everybody else. They think that they're perfect and pristine, and what they do is, perfect, and they never do wrong. They live inside the self-righteous bubble. Like I said, there may be chances where you do have people like that in this community, but I'm not going to label each and every parent in the community as a high-class snob, because it's not true. I have lots of friends who I talk to, directly affected and indirectly affected, and they are really nice people. And indirectly affected, of course, I'm talking about the advocates. Really sweet people. I have lots of down-to-earth friends, but that's just the reality of it. I mean, you have people who they just want this to be done and over with. They want their babies to be well. They want their babies to not have to fight through all this garbage, this crap that reality just kind of sprung onto them. And like I said, my parents were the same way when I was sick, not knowing if I would live or die. And it's a scary thing. You're talking about it's like throwing someone into a lake and telling them swim or drown. Let me try that again. Swim or drown. It's early. I'm tired. I need to get to bed. But that's basically what it is. And so I'm not making a broad generalization about parents in the community, but sometimes you will, on occasion, get parents who are, they're just mad at the world, and they have every right to be. I mean, you would be if you were in their position, what they have to go through every day. It's not shaming them. It's just pointing out that this kind of thing happens. There is hostility of some sort in the childhood cancer community. There's also people who like to cause drama, and which is the last place you really ever want to see that kind of thing, because no one wins. There's no benefit from that. But now, when I point out what other people do and it's wrong to do it, that's not me stirring up drama or stirring the pot. That's me as an advocate saying, look, this is wrong, and you people need to wake up to that. You wouldn't approve of this anywhere else in the world, so why would you make an exception for this person? I mean, there's people right now subscribed to my channel, and they are just waiting for me to say something that's out of line or something wrong, so they can report back to their shepherd and say, well, look what Jared Fuller had to say. How dare him. Now let's twist this and make it into something that's not. Nice try, trolls. Oh, and by the way, I just love how you thumbs down all my videos. It is just so amazing. I am so shocked that your persecution complex has gotten the best of you, because someone like me doesn't have a problem speaking the truth. So, thumbs away, trolls, thumbs away. I just had to do that for fun, because I really don't get to do that. I'm better than that. But once in a while, you got to cut loose and say, this is the what for. Oh, and I don't know if I showed you, but this is my newest bracelet. It's my Deanie Strong bracelet. If I showed you last week, well, guess what? I'm showing you again this week, because I feel it is very important. All these warriors are important to me. Some of them are still with us, some of them aren't, and but they will always live on in my heart as far as I'm concerned. It's amazing what coffee will do. It'll just make you in an upbeat, giddy mood, even at 7 o'clock in the morning. But I'm going to be going to bed here shortly. I need sleep. I am expecting an important phone call from the parent of a fellow Wilms warrior. Maybe I'll get to speak to him on the phone, the warrior. I don't know yet. We'll have to see. But there were talks about, oh, I would love to come to Michigan and hunt. So, yeah, we have good hunting and fishing here in the state of Michigan. We have sandy beaches. We have, if you like winter, if you're an outdoor winter enthusiast, of course, we get snow here. And, of course, in the summer, we have the hot weather, the muggy weather. We have beaches and lakes all over the state, top to bottom, left to right. They call us the Great Lakes for a reason, because that's basically what we are comprised of, is lakes. There's lakes all around. And we have lots of streams and rivers. My friends down in Georgia and Louisiana, they were even talking about coming up to Michigan, and if they do, I would love to meet them. So if you're watching down there in the southern United States, Jer Bear's up here waiting for you. Get your butts up here. Yeah, I'm kind of in a good mood this morning, although, like I said, it's bedtime. But other than that, guys, I mean, there are just a couple of things I wanted to get out of the way there, and besides that, I mean, everything else is good. Everything else is great. I was thinking about having a couple of donation jars made. Of course, one for Deanie and another donation jar for a little girl who lives in Eaton Rapids, Michigan. Her name is Elena. And my friends, my friends, my family, I consider them, they live in Eaton Rapids as well. And I'm talking, of course, about the Beckers. Dusty and Todd. I don't know if Dusty and Todd watch my videos or not, but I know Caleb watches me. He watches Jer Bear. They are helping this family as well. And I told Dusty, I said, you know what? Let me get in on this with you. I'll see what I can do about having a donation jar made. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to call around to some of the businesses in Eaton Rapids and ask them if it would be okay if I have their jar placed at their business on the counter. Because I really don't want to go to Eaton Rapids. I'll go to Eaton Rapids if it means getting to see Caleb and the family. Of course, I'm not going to turn that down. Every chance I get, I'm there. But in this case, I'm going to call ahead of time to get the okay. And if I get the okay from a business, even if it's for a week, I'm going to leave the jar up there for to help the little girl, to help the warrior sister. I haven't met the family yet. I haven't met the warrior yet. I'm hoping I get to. Dusty and I were talking about, and there's nothing written in stone just yet, but Dusty and I were talking about like having a little picnic sometime this summer. I mean, there's all kinds of plans that I wanted to do this summer. Go to New York to see my extended family in St. Johnsville, New York. I was planning to do a little, get together with a friend who has lupus, and we were going to raise money together, have like a dinner or a bake sale or something. And then that with Dusty. So this is going to be a very active year for me, hopefully, and staying, just as busy and as active as I can stay, and as long as I can handle it. Because, it's not about, and I can't stress this enough, it's not about the thank yous or the pats on the back that you're going to get. Most people are so just self-centered that their egos need that butter on the wounds. They can't do anything without being praised for it. And quite frankly, I mean, the praise just kind of comes. They know who I am, whether they watch my videos or they know who I am in public, because evidently I'm no stranger to a lot of the community. And there's a lot of people who know me now. I'm well known, and YouTube has been a big help. It's been a factor in helping me get known to a lot of people. But Facebook is one place where everybody comes together. It's like a melting pot of sorts. So that's how I became known to a lot of people. And there's a lot of people that I still try to keep in contact with now that I'm no longer on Facebook or Twitter, but I still have my cell phone and my email and YouTube and Skype, of course. Only 3 people have Skyped with me. Actually, make it 4. 4 people have Skyped with me. There's always a way to get in touch with me. I'm not hard to find. Even on my my About tab section of my YouTube channel here, if you click on it, you're going to find my email address. It's not hard to get in contact with me. Anybody can get in touch. You don't have to subscribe to my channel to get my email address, I don't think. I'm not hard to find. But I will say that I don't know why people do what they do, why getting a pat on the back or getting approval or getting praise. I don't know why this is so important to people. I understand everybody wants to be loved. Everybody wants to be special or important in someone's life. I get it. We all want that. I want that. I don't like to be turned away. I don't like people hating on me all the time. But here's the thing. I don't mind people hating on me as long as it's for the right reasons, which is if hating me means that it's the direct result of me speaking the truth, cool. Then I'll continue to speak the truth. What more can I say? I mean, there's really nothing else to say about that. I don't mind speaking the truth. And I don't mind putting people out there and putting people on notice. If they're doing things they shouldn't be doing, yes, I'm going to talk about it. But it gets bandied about so much that I try to avoid it. Beep, 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 beep. It's an alarm on a watch. But yeah, I'm doing the best I can. I don't do it for the praise or the approval. I'm not looking for a belly rub. I'm not looking to have my ego stroked. Most people on Facebook, I don't want to say all people, but most people, they can't get through the day without it. They got to have all eyes focused on them. All the attention has to be directed to them. Well, not me. I mean, I like to do things behind the curtain, under the radar. Not to be sneaky or not because I'm hiding anything, but if I can do something without anybody knowing, I don't give anyone the wherewithal or the notice of what I'm doing or where I'm going or whatever. They have no idea what my plans are, and I just come out with something new after having worked on it for so long. And that also includes poetry. When I just come out with something new and it catches everybody off guard, it's one of the best things. It's one of the best feelings because when it catches them off guard, it's like, oh my God, this is beautiful, Jared. I mean, this is so nice. I wasn't expecting this. Of course you weren't because I didn't tell you. No, I do what I do because I love to do it. Helping people is one of the things I love to do. And it doesn't cost anything. There's people who have said to me, Jared, how can I ever repay you for doing what you've done for my family? You know what? I have your love and your friendship. That's all I need. I don't want your money. I don't want anything like that. I have your love and your friendship. To me, that's enough. That's all I need. So, Mr. Mushy here is going to wipe his eyes. No, in all sincerity, I'm not looking for you to pay me back. I don't want your money. I just want your friendship. That's it. And your love. I mean, the love is kind of it's a consolation to the friendship. But, that's really all it's about. It's just love and understanding, a sense of family. I mean, I have family. I don't have my own family, but I have family. And I have friends who I actually consider more family than friends. It's just the way it goes sometimes. I mean, my own family doesn't treat me anywhere nearly as good as my friends who consider me their family, and I consider them my family. Well, that's because your family knows you, Jared. Well, cool. I know them too. The thing is, there's this little thing called being the black sheep of the family. I actually like it. I actually enjoy being the black sheep of the family. I enjoy being excluded from people that I'm related to, and they can't stand the sight of me. They, for whatever reason, they don't like me, or because I'm an outcast. That's wonderful. Because when I don't have to be emotionally attached to my own relatives, my own family, that means I can explore. I can actually relate to friends and people who understand where I'm coming from, unlike my actual family, who doesn't give two craps about me or what I'm doing because it doesn't involve them. They didn't think of it first, therefore they're not interested. Yay! That just gives me more leeway and more wide open space to do what I want to do. And I can venture out and meet new friends. It's wonderful. It's not that I don't love my family. Of course I do. They're my flesh and blood. But they kind of, they cut off wanting anything to do with me, and that's fine. I don't care. Freedom. Free at last. I used to be someone who really cared about what my family thought about me. Now I don't. It's just irrelevant. I'm too busy doing my own thing. I don't seek approval from many of my relatives. I don't expect them to understand. Even if they are families of cancer warriors, I don't expect anything from them. They wouldn't want my help anyway. Some people, like I said, there are people who are just snotty by nature, and then there are those who actually don't mean to be, but they're under a lot of stress. I'm sure all families have relatives with high rates of impertinence. You can stay over on that side, and I will stay over here, and I will focus on me, myself, and I. Oh, I love it. I just love it. And I've been here for over a half an hour, and I am all jacked up on coffee. That's why I'm acting so goofy, and I'm all over. I'm talking really super fast. But I really and truly need sleep. And I don't know if it's daylight or not. I can't tell if daylight's breaking. No, still looks pretty dark outside, but I imagine it's going to get daylight here pretty soon. So I've got to go get ready for bed. I got to get some sleep. It's already 7:15. I haven't been to bed yet, as you heard me tell Amy. But, I mean, everything here is just peachy. It's fine and dandy. For the time being, anyway. So I don't know what this day has in store, other than possibly getting a phone call from a parent of a cancer warrior. So I'm looking forward to that. But anyway, this is going to be a shortened, abbreviated version of the Sunday video update. I'm going to try to get some sleep and let the coffee wear off. There's really nothing else to talk about. I'm just being goofy and silly now. But anyway, I love you all. Thank you so much for watching another week of the Sunday video update. My name is Jared Fuller. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. And don't forget to visit GuideStar.org, where you can find all of the information you need to find out about who's a legitimate 501c3 nonprofit organization or an LLC. And of course, you see it at the bottom of your screen. It is GuideStar.org. They are tied in with the federal government, the Internal Revenue Service. So you're going to find all the information you need about legitimate 501c3s and LLCs. And I'm going to push this as often as I can because I want people to be aware, and I want you to do your homework before you give money to any old buddy, do your homework. I'm not a 501c3. I never claimed that I was. I'm not an LLC. But when I do the donations, it's just, the donation jars that you put up at the businesses. People drop the money in. Every little bit helps the families. It doesn't have to be thousands. It doesn't have to be millions. Although, of course, it'd be nice. But every little bit adds up. These families realize and they understand that, not everybody's rich. We don't have piles of money to be thrown around. But every little bit does help. And that's the access point for me to help the other families to reach out to the Warriors, because not only do I understand childhood cancer, but I think I've found my second calling. Because my first calling, of course, if I ever get back to actually doing this again, really deeply doing this, is the journal writing. That's been my confidant since 1999. So yeah, I'm done rambling now. I'm going to end it here. Much love, gals and gents. Mwah. Peace.